The cave that captivated the world. The mystery of Tham Luang. Some mysteries begin with legends, others begin with facts. The story of Tham Luang begins with both. Hidden beneath the mountains of northern Thailand lies one of the most complex cave systems in Southeast Asia. For generations, local residents viewed the cave with respect. It was not simply a geological formation. It was a place connected to stories, traditions, and warnings passed down through the community. Long before the cave became known around the world, many locals believed it possessed a special significance. Visitors were often reminded to treat the area respectfully, particularly during the rainy season. According to local folklore, the cave is linked to the legend of a princess. Different versions of the story exist, but the most common tells of a young princess who fell in love with a stable boy. Their relationship was forbidden. Forced to flee, the couple sought refuge in the mountains. Eventually, tragedy struck. The stable boy was killed. Heartbroken, the princess took her own life. According to the legend, her body became the mountain range that overlooks the region, and her blood became the rivers flowing through the land. Today, many people believe the outline of the mountain resembles a sleeping woman. This is why the mountain is often called the Sleeping Lady. Whether the story is historical fact or folklore remains uncertain, but the legend has become deeply woven into local identity. For many residents, it forms part of the cultural landscape surrounding the cave. Yet the events that brought worldwide attention to Tham Luang were entirely real. On June 23, 2018, 12 members of a youth football team known as the Wild Boars entered the cave with their coach after practice. Exploring the cave was not unusual. Many local children had visited before, but conditions that day were different. Heavy rains arrived earlier than expected. Water levels began rising rapidly. As the group moved deeper into the cave, escape routes became submerged. Without realizing it, they became trapped. When the team failed to return home, concern quickly spread. Families contacted authorities. Search efforts began. At first, rescuers believed the group would be found quickly. But as flooding intensified, the situation became increasingly dangerous. The cave system stretched for kilometers. Passages narrowed. Visibility disappeared beneath muddy water. Every hour made the challenge more difficult. News of the missing team soon spread beyond Thailand. International attention followed. Rescue specialists from around the world arrived to assist. Divers, engineers, military personnel, medical experts, volunteers. Thousands of people became involved in the operation. The rescue effort quickly evolved into one of the most complex cave rescues ever attempted. Yet, despite the growing international response, uncertainty remained. Days passed, then more days. Still no sign of the team. Many feared the worst. Inside the cave, the trapped boys faced extraordinary conditions. They had limited food, no sunlight, constant darkness, rising humidity, and uncertainty about whether help would arrive. Yet, according to later accounts, their coach encouraged them to remain calm. They conserved energy, shared resources, and waited. Meanwhile, outside the cave, rescuers confronted seemingly impossible obstacles. Floodwater filled critical passages. Pumping operations ran continuously. Divers navigated narrow underwater tunnels with almost no visibility. At times, Even experienced cave divers considered conditions extremely dangerous. Then, on July 2nd, after more than a week underground, a breakthrough occurred. British cave divers John Valanthan and Rick Stanton located the team. The moment was captured on video. 12 boys and their coach sat together on a muddy ledge, alive. The footage immediately spread around the world. Relief replaced despair. But a new problem emerged. Finding the team was only the beginning. Getting them out safely would be even harder. The route back to the entrance required navigating flooded passages that challenged elite cave divers. Most of the boys could not swim. Many had never used diving equipment. Rain continued falling. Time was running out. What followed became one of the most remarkable rescue efforts in modern history. Teams developed multiple plans. Engineers attempted to drain water from the cave. Others searched for alternative entrances. Medical specialists evaluated risks. Every option carried significant dangers. The situation became even more tragic when former Thai Navy SEAL Saman Kunan lost his life while supporting the operation. His sacrifice highlighted the extraordinary risks involved. Yet, despite the danger, the rescue continued. Finally, authorities made a decision. The boys would be extracted one by one with the assistance of experienced divers. It was an unprecedented plan. Many experts acknowledged that success was far from guaranteed. But there were few alternatives. Over 3 days, rescuers carried out the operation. One by one, the boys emerged from the darkness. One by one, they returned safely to the surface. Then came the coach. Against extraordinary odds, all 13 individuals survived. The rescue became global news. Millions followed every development. Governments offered assistance. Media outlets provided constant updates. People around the world celebrated the outcome. Yet even today, the story remains fascinating for reasons beyond the rescue itself. It represents the intersection of nature, human determination, technology, and community. It also highlights how quickly an ordinary day can become extraordinary. The cave itself remains a place of mystery, not because of ghosts, not because of supernatural events, but because it reminds us how powerful nature can be. Beneath the surface of the earth exists a world few people ever see, a world of darkness, water, and hidden passageways. A world capable of inspiring wonder and danger at the same time. Today, Tham Luang has become both a historical site and a symbol. A symbol of resilience, a symbol of cooperation, a symbol of hope. The cave that once trapped 13 people ultimately brought together experts from around the world. And perhaps that is why the story continues to resonate. Because at its heart, it is not simply a mystery. It is a story about survival, a story about courage, and a reminder that even in the darkest places, people can find a way forward. Some mysteries are eventually solved. Others remain unanswered for generations. The story you've heard tonight may be one of them. But whether you view Tham Luang as a natural wonder, a place of legend, or a symbol of human perseverance, one thing is certain: its story will never be forgotten. If you enjoy exploring Thailand's darkest legends, unsolved mysteries, hidden histories, and unexplained phenomena, don't forget to subscribe to Mysteries of Thailand. New mysteries await. Until our next investigation, good night. And remember, not every mystery wants to be solved.